many flower gardens.
It makes me big blue. So cool. Thank you. Jai Ram. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Parivrajakacharya Stottara Srimad Avay Charanarinda, His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki Jai, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam Premanande Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayad Mudirayi Nashtaprayestu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Syanubhavam Akhilam Sutisaramekam Adhyatma Depam Aditir Satam Tamandam Samsarina Karunaya Purana Guryam Tambyasa Sunamupayami Guru Muninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, The Creative Impetus, Chapter 1, Text number 20, The Activities of Maharaj Priyavrata. Sri Sukha Uvacha
Sri Sukha Uvacha.
Iti Samavihito Mahabhagavato
Isamhito Mahabhagavato.
Bhagavat Stribhuvana Gurur Anusasanam Atmano
Bhagavata Sri Bhuvana Guru Anusasanam Atmano.
Lago Taya Banata Siro Dharo Bhadam Iti Sabahu Manam Ubaha Iti Samavihito Mahabhagavato Bhagavata Stribhuvana Guru Anusasana Atmano Atmano Lagutaya Banata Sirodharo
Anushasana Atmano Lagutaya Bananta Siradharo.
Bharam Iti Sabahumanam Ubaha
Bharamiti Samanubaha. Iti Samabhito Ma Bhagavato.
Iti Samavihito Mahabhagavato
Bhagavata Stri Bhuvana Guru Ashushasanam.
Bhagavata Stribhuvana Gurur Anusasanam
Atmano Lagataya Vananta Sirodharo Bharamiti.
Atmano Lagutaya Banata Sirodharo Bharamiti
Sabahumanam Uvaha.
Sabahumanam Ubaha. Sri Sukha Uvacha. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said,
Sri Shukadeva Goswami said,
Iti thus Samabhihitaha completely instructed Mahabhagavataha the great devotee Bhagavataha of the most powerful Lord Brahma Tribhuvana of the three worlds. Guroho, the spiritual master. Anusasanam, the order. Atmanaha, of himself. Lagutaya, because of inferiority. Avanata, bowed down. Shirodharaha, his head. Badham, yes sir. Iti, thus. Sabahumanam, with great respect. Ubaha, carried out. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, after thus being fully instructed by Lord Brahma, who is the spiritual master of the three worlds, Priyavrata, his own position being inferior, offered obeisances, accepted the order, and carried it out with great respect. Please repeat. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, after thus being fully instructed by Lord Brahma, who is the spiritual master of the three worlds, Priyavrata, his own position being inferior, offered obeisances, accepted the order, and carried it out with great respect. Purport. Sri Priyavrata was the grandson of Lord Brahma. Therefore, according to social etiquette, his position was inferior. It is the duty of the inferior to carry out the order of the superior with great respect. Priyavrata therefore immediately said, "Yes, sir, I shall carry out your order." Priyavrata is described as a Mahabhagavata, a great devotee. The duty of a great devotee is to carry out the order of the spiritual master or the spiritual master of the spiritual master in the parampara system. As described in Bhagavad Gita 4:2, evam parampara praptam, one has to receive the instructions of the Supreme Lord through the disciplic chain of spiritual masters. A devotee of the Lord always considers himself a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam Mandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Guru Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpataru Bhikshu Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavya Pajalam Pangulam Gayati Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Sukuvacha iti sama vihito mahabhagavato bhagavat tribhuvana guru anusasanamatmano lagutaya vanata sirodharo Bharam iti sabahumanam ubaha. Instruction accepted, respected. Three things happens here in this sloka. Lord Brahma, the creator of the material world, is also acting under the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He respected that order that received from the Lord, and the whole knowledge after accepting the order of the Guru, the Adi Guru, Jagat Guru, Lord Sri Krishna, Krishna Bande Jagat Gurum. The original Guru is God. From him everything comes. And his great follower, disciples, lineage come down and carry the same mission, same order, same message down to the living being. That's why spiritual masters are called the representative of God, and they will never say anything against the message that originally comes from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharmantu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. It is ordered by the Lord first, and then everybody else is following the order of his spiritual master. Just like the laws are enforced upon people to follow. People normally do not want to follow the law and orders, but it is enforced. It has to be enforced by the authority. So if somebody break it, then they will be punished. Hare Krishna. That's the principle. Priyabrata Maharaj was being very respectful and junior to Lord Brahmaji. After he heard from him on how to rule the earth, how to take care of the object of this kingdom, before he left, he paid obeisances to Lord Brahmaji, and then he accepted the order and he started working on that direction. So this morning when we were here in the Mangalarati, we recently celebrated the appearance day of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Lord Nityananda Prabhu within the week time. Is that correct? Or they were separated in different weeks? 1 week, yeah. And I was just remembering this morning's incident with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that he was a great revolutionary preacher in our sampradaya, who apparently seems completely against the established sampradayas, Babajis, and everybody in Vrindavan. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Nityananda Mahaprabhu, the similarity between them is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Nityananda Prabhu to preach two classes of people. One is completely low class, who do not have any base of spiritual life, who are completely fallen down to the ground, zero. Like the people like Jagai and Madhai, Chandala. And the other class that he was instructed to teach very high class, highly class, business class people, like gold merchant, Swarna Mallika, and other like diamond, all the business top class people.
Gem show people.
Gems. And Nityananda Prabhu, in order to preach, he married twice. Even though he's a Balaram Adi Guru, Avadut personality, but he accepted the orders of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he used to dress really business class, very high class, very professional people, and he used to wear rings in all the fingers. Sometimes he would chew pan, and it looks like people would think, what is going on with this person?
Big silver necklaces.
Yeah, all this gigantic. I mean, he would apparently looks very attractive and looks like very aristocratic personality. So just to preach. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he used to put like broom, all the cleaning tools in the gate of the temple. And people would come to the temple, they think, oh, there should be some auspicious sign in the temple, like elephant and all the other items, like anything that auspicious, But why he putting all these cleaning tools in the gate? What is going on? People would confuse. But the mood of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was to awake that the traditional method of ritualistic puja worship is not taking anyone to Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the revolution in the thought, within the heart cleaning process, that we are doing everything as a ritual and just doing it for the sake of doing, but it has not brought any changes in the heart of the person. So what is the use of like doing artificial worship and puja, the ringing bells and offering mantras repeatedly and doing nothing in the heart? So he would like sometimes put the printing press in the altar in order to teach people that what real kirtan is. So we were also battling that. This morning we had a restaurant tables in the temple room, and devotees were busy and they were like doing all kind of activities during the day. And then as a result, somebody forgot or tired, and then we had to do the singing on Sansara Dava, and then somebody folding the chairs. This is preaching going on, activities. This is what like real preaching is. So in one way, it was like a big hustle, but another way I was like very happy. And Parameswara Prabhu was making that whole situation into holistic morning with his ecstatic leading Mangalarati. That is Krishna conscious life. We go through all these things. So when we engage in chanting and hearing and chanting, in most of the time, people think I do chanting, I do my rounds, I listen. But sometimes we miss the purpose of what real meaning, what is the meaning of kirtan and what is the real meaning of sravana. So when we do not really understand the core meaning of these things, then even though we chant for many years, we remain the same. Our heart is not changed at all. Sometimes it happens. It happens with many people. It happens with every day with us. We think we are chanting, but actually the name of God is described as Nitya Siddhya Purna Mukta. Chintamani, no, what is Nitya Mukta Purna Suddha? Avinnatvam Nama Namini. What is the beginning of that sloka? Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Nitya Mukta Purna Suddha Nitya Mukta Avinnatvam Nama Namini. The name of God is none different from God, and when we chant the name, for Krishna there is no need that he has to come in our chanting. He is completely pure, Nitya Mukta,
completely liberated, the name. And Nitya Suddha is a completely pure. But when we chant, we are contaminated with the modes of material nature. We take the name with the pride that I complete my 16 round, I chant, lead a good I sing a good kirtan. So this kind of mentality will not compel Krishna to come and dance in the tongue of the devotees. Rupa Goswami, I think in Prema Bhaivat or Lalita Madhava or Lalita Vidagdha Madhava something, he wrote a drama, some book.
Both Siddhartha Madhava and Lalita Madhava.
Yeah, both was written by Rupa Goswami, right?
Yeah.
And he said, when a devotee takes the name of God, that name comes to the mouth of the devotee and dances in the mouth of them. The Krishna dances in the mouth of the devotee who chants sincerely. So in order to make Krishna come and dance in our mouth, the attitude should be, we should pray to the holy name, my dear Nama Prabhu. I know you are completely free, you are Krishna himself. Could you kindly show me some glimpse that you are real personality of Godhead? Could you please give me some blessing that I can understand a little bit? Or I may have some kind of shadow feeling that you are really a transcendental personality. Could you please assist me in my sincere chanting so that I can feel that you are you yourself? So with this attention, when we lead a kirtan or chant, then this will really put a deep effect in the chanter and to the listeners. So that is why Prabhupada focusing. Sit properly, chant purely, and mind control, sense control, all these things. So people do not realize this thing, people do not know, and then many times even we forget that we need to sincerely pray from the Nama Prabhu that please kindly manifest within my heart. In Damodar Ashtakam also we offer the same prayer. May that beautiful personality of Godhead always manifest within my heart. Right? And if that way we chant the name of God, then Krishna might feel, oh, this sincere devotee is really praying that he wants to realize me. Then he will manifest in me. Once that holy name touch our soul, we go crazy. We do not act normally like a normal human being. We cannot contain, we cannot control ourselves. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he received the name from Iswarapuri, and he could not stop himself, he came out and started dancing and chanting, and he complained to the Guru Maharaj later on, my dear Gurudev, I do not know what you gave to me, but ever since I received this name from you, I could not control myself. Now people call me crazy. And Ishwarapuri said, yes, this is how it has to affect on you. You are doing good thing. This is how you need to take the name of God. This is the effect of taking holy name. So that the real holy name has not touched us yet, or we have not purified yet to be completely receiving the effect of holy name within our chanting. So have you ever heard about Suddhanam? Suddhanam. What does Suddhanam mean? Nam is name ever contaminated?
Shiranam is the third stage of chanting after Namaparad and Namabhas.
Nam is always Suddha, right? Krishna's name is always Suddha, but the condition is we are not Suddha. We are asuddha, impure heart, consciousness, thought, mind, senses, so that we do not feel the power of Suddha Nam in our impure consciousness. But this process of purification takes place when we first realize that the Nama and Nami are the same, and in order for me to realize the effect of name, I need to offer my sincere prayer to the holy name. And by the mercy of holy name, he might reveal himself to me at some point by seeing my sincerity, by seeing my real desire to understand Krishna. Then that holy name will show us little light within our heart. Then that will eliminate all the darkness, all the ignorance from the bottom of my heart. But when we use the name for name gain and profit and adoration and all these things, external things, prayer, asking something, thousands of people come to the temple, give me this, give me that. And Krishna will not pay much attention to that because everyone is doing the same thing. So what is new in that? Nothing new. He knows that everyone comes to me to ask, even though I am giving everything to them, but people do not realize and they still come and ask from me. But if someone come and say, my dear Lord, what can I do for you? Instead of what you can do for me. What can I do for you? How can I serve you better? Is there anything that I can render devotional service being selfless? There is no dharma in selfish society. Dharma does not exist in Swarthi Samaj, selfish society. In order to follow the path of dharma, one has to be selfless. And the act of preaching is also the act of selflessness. It's a thankless job. When we go out and preach to the people, give book to them, sometimes people become very arrogant to us. You are trying to help them. You are trying to give them Krishna consciousness, the highest asset in the life. You are trying to help them becoming a human being and become a devotee, but people will not accept it easily. Sometimes they become completely negative and they might do all kind of nasty thing to the devotee. But we still continue and then try to help them giving this knowledge. So this thankless task is performed when one is completely selfless. Otherwise, everyone is engaged in ahara, nindra, bhaya, maithuna. Eating all kind of food stuff. Not only that, and studying all kind of newspaper, magazine, television, gossipings, all kind of political argument. Now people are talking about Epstein file. Have you heard about it? Epstein file. All kind of things is going on in this world, and people with a lot of money, they engaged in such an extreme kind of enjoyment that they go beyond this basic human principle and do all kind of nonsense in the name of enjoyment. So that kind of feeding are coming into our mind, brain from the society. Eating. Nobody is eating from the scriptures. Nobody is eating from the devotees. Nobody is eating from the acharyas, gurus. Nobody is eating from sampradayas, leaders. So our mind has been completely corrupted and polluted, and we cannot expect to become a selfless personality. So only devotee can be selfless, and they can encourage people to come to God, and then this is what Srila Prabhupada is doing. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was preparing this preaching mindset, preaching activities, and he was preparing all the arrows, how to go to the West, how to attract the English-speaking people. And Prabhupada took those arrows and started shooting in all over the planet. And he collected all these beautiful flowers. And Prabhupada was sharing his dream that my Guru Maharaj was saying, come to me and help me. Come with me. That he repeatedly saw that dream few times. And Prabhupada was thinking in his mind, oh my God, what is going to happen to my family? It seems like my Guru Maharaj want to destroy my family. But finally, Prabhupada says that my so-called business was collapsed. My family broke. Somehow, no support from the family. And I joined. And then he said that whoever comes to me to help in this mission, preaching in the Western world, you all are sent. You are representative or sent by my Guru Maharaj. And he cries, he cries. What can I do? Like that. So this is our selfless task. That's why we are spreading the principle of Dharma in the society. We're trying our best. But people do not take it. What can we do? But we will never give up. This is because we are accepting the orders of our spiritual master. Just like Priyavrata Maharaj, he accepted the instruction from Lord Brahmaji. We have the same instruction from Lord Brahmaji and coming down through disciplic succession. And our great gurus are encouraging us daily to take up Krishna consciousness, to become Krishna conscious. First you address yourself. First you dress yourself. First you become Krishna conscious. You change yourself and then you go out and address the society, the people. That is called ahara. So we always need to be careful what we eat, what we hear. Nindra. Nindra means comforts of life, not just sleeping, literally sleeping. What do we need to sleep? We need a beautiful house, nice room, nice bed, with all the facilities. All these comforts of life we're trying to collect, earn. Kaise Prabhuji? When we do business and make a lot of money, what is the goal of that money? What do we do with the money?
Serve the Lord Krishna.
Very good. See, this is the devotee's statement. But some people want to enjoy, like I want to go to trip, Singapore with my family. I book a 5-star hotel. I go to casino, play casino and make so much money. And I would go to Thailand sometime.
Go to Vrindavan.
Go to Vrindavan. See, this is okay. Not everyone has the same thought like you. So this is Nindra. It's simply wasting our time in all this temporary thing in this world and forgetting our main goal. The only thing that makes us different from animal, ahar, Nindra, bhaya, we have a fear of what is the fear we have? So many kind of fears. Our President Narendra Modi has a great fear that I may lose the election. Another person, a student may have a great fear that I may fail in examination. A beautiful young woman may have a fear that I may not get a good husband. A staunch brahmachari may have fear that I may fall down in this material world. Or all kind of fears are hunting on us in our mind. And the real fear is we have a fear of death. Don't we? Many people are afraid of dying. Actually, devotees, they welcome death in their life so that they can die in a Krishna conscious manner. Bhaya Maithunam, and then Maithun is, everybody understand, enjoyment, all kind of enjoyment. So, Samanya Etad Pasubi Narayanam, as long as we have the same goal like this, eating, meeting, sleeping and defending, Pasubi Narayanam, we are not different from animalistic propensities. So, the thing that makes us different from Dharma, Dharmo Hiteso Adhiko Visesa, the specific characteristics of the human being that separate us from animal is Dharma. And Dharma means to become selfless. There are many meanings of dharmas. Another meaning of dharma means to control senses. Another meaning of dharma means to obey the orders of God. So the knowledge of dharma we can find in shastras, and also God installed that dharmic element within the soul of every living being. To be truthful, to speak nice words, to be clean, to keep everything clean. You know, even terrorists, when they kill people without any mercy, within their family, they have some kindness. They love their kids. That has been installed within their soul by God, but we forget about it. When the soul forget that the dharma, what does dharma mean, to follow the principle, all these qualities, then we have a scripture before us. Sometimes people do not study, do not understand anything even after studying scriptures. So our Atma is naturally obeying the principle of dharma. Just like a fire, when you burn fire, the fire always goes up because its source is sun, and it always wants to go to the sun. Any rainwater, the rivers, when they come down from the Himalayas, all the rivers flow down to the ocean because ocean is the source of the water. Similarly, the soul should naturally go to God because God is the source of the soul, and soul receives all the inspiration, all the knowledge from God. In natural state of the soul, it naturally do the bhakti. Nobody has to teach the soul to do the bhakti. It is its natural component, natural tendency, natural duty. But the problem, when we come to this material world, we associate with this material nature, we develop so many gunas and karmas, and we develop attachment and so many other things. It completely pollute and obstruct our natural tendency of devotion. Then somebody has to remind us time and again. And even after doing all these reminders, after trying to preach them, and people still do not realize. That makes God very, very sad. So in order to wake the sleeping soul, the sadhus who are self-realized, who are atmaramas, who do not need anything from this world, who are completely satisfied in their own personal bhajan, they give up their ashram and come out and preach. Otherwise, there was no need for them to come out and preach and become paramhamsas and great sadhus and preaching all over the world, because they cannot see the suffering of the living being. That is how they are kind and selfless. Again, the word selfless. Srishti Gaur Nitai ki jai. In the same way, Krishna is also self-satisfied. He is also original Atmarama. Right? Nothing of our assets, our wealth, or nothing will attract God. He is not interested in my what do I have? I have nothing. If I have anything, Krishna is not at all attracted to my things. Like sometimes if we carry some nice mobile phone, we see, oh, it's really great. What version of it? Is it Apple latest Pro Max? It's really good. My one is Samsung is always give me trouble. We get attracted seeing something good items in somebody else, but none of the things that we have attract Krishna. But one thing does: if you have pure love for Him, by the power of your love, Krishna is attracted to His devotees. Even though He is Atmarama, completely Atmarama. That is what our Acharya has taught us. So if we have a little bit of love and we sincerely pray and sincerely do service without keeping anything selfish desire within the heart, I am doing it because I want this, then Krishna can manifest when we take His name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then that will touch our soul and we get mad and we dedicate ourselves to mission, Chaitanya. It's very scientific, very deep, very simple, but very complex. So we should always be clear what I am doing in my spiritual life. What is my goal? If my goal is clear, then I find my way how to go there and find that goal. That's what Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila teaching, the prayojana. Everything when we read Antalila, every single verse is teaching us what is the prayojana of our spiritual life. What is the goal of our spiritual life? Goal is clear, then we can walk in that goal. So we should always follow these things, accept the orders of Guru and respect everybody, and imbibe this science of Krishna consciousness in our life. We purify ourselves and we distribute to the world so that everybody benefited. But after this tremendous progress in these modern technologies, life has been completely taking different shape. After like year 2000, everything started coming up and people are completely crazy after all these technologies and all AI, everything, and people forgetting their original spiritual life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And one last point I mentioned about Kirtan, what should be the mood when we do the Kirtan, but Sravana is actually eye. When we see it through our eyes and seeing things, people normally say, when I see and I believe, but in spiritual life, it doesn't work. To see means it will, when we see something, we develop desire to enjoy that thing. That is what exactly happened. When we see a good food through our eyes, we want to eat right away. When we see a good car, we want to buy and enjoy a ride. When we see a beautiful woman, we want immediately the thought come in our mind, to enjoy the person. So we do not believe our eyes, and we try to see through ear. Ear, what do we hear through ear? We hear the message from Bhagavatam. We hear a message from Bhagavad Gita. We hear realization from the devotees, the great souls. We hear the life history of great devotees through our ear. And then we see this world different than seeing from our eyes. That is real meaning of Sravana. Seeing the world through the ear. And eyes is considered like a male who want to enjoy, and ear considered to be female who want to receive and then analyze and see and then understand and see the truth. Vastavam vastu sivadam trapatrayu mulanam. So that's why we are studying, and then we understand from the words here. We do not trust our fleshy eyes to understand spiritual life. That's the meaning of Sravana. Sravana means to see the thing as it is. Okay, I want to stop here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you so much. It's time for question.
Hare Krishna. I was singing that tune all morning.
Really?
Yes.
Very good.
Prabhu, nice class. Thank you very much. I want to just comment here that if you don't pray to the holy name and you don't pray before your japa, you're making it's a big mistake. It's a big mistake, because I say at least 5 to 10 minutes of prayers before my japa every day, because it's that it makes that much of a difference. And if for some reason I don't, the whole japa is it's garbage japa. It's not japa. It's some facade of what we call japa, but it's not japa. And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur recommends that we should take a sankalpa before every time we chant japa. We take a sankalpa, as to what are we trying to get out of this chanting. So, it really does make a difference when we say prayers every single day. I pray to Radha Madhav in Mayapur and Panchatattva, Sri Sri Nrsingadev, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhiraj Govardhan, to help me chant the holy name. And it makes such a difference. It's a must. It's an absolute must to pray to the holy name.
And very good. Thank you so much to bring this point. Like, we can pray to the deities, and also some devotees say that you pray to holy name itself. My dear Nam Prabhu, you are Radha Madhav, you are Shyamasundara, you are Hunat, Radha Damodara. Please kindly show me some dreams that I can feel your transcendental opulence. And the proof is that when we do not pray and chant, our mind runs everywhere. To be honest, whenever I chant, my mind thinks like I never thought before. Something very weird kind of thoughts running in the mind all the time, every single second. Mind action is like going around everywhere. But then let me come back and, my dear Prabhu, what's going on here? And then you feel something different. So it's really important, very important. In the beginning, we teach people chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But as one advances, then this thing comes up slowly. We go in a different level of advancement when we pray to the Lord.
As I noticed, and I heard this before, but just a recent japa realization is that you mentioned that we should feel proud when we chant 16 rounds. Like it's a Sindhu Maya. We all chanted my 16 rounds. But I was thinking, if you really chant good japa, because so many people say I'd rather chant 4 rounds than 16 bad rounds. Such a nonsense statement. If you really chant good japa, after you finish 16 rounds, you feel like this isn't enough. I want to chant more. Mm-hmm. I feel that every morning, not every morning, but sometimes you feel like, you're in the zone. It's like, I want to keep chanting. I have no time to keep chanting, but I wish I could keep chanting. I wish I can just stay here all day and stay exactly like this and chant in this state of consciousness.
I heard that some devotees, they open a band, rock band, like, I don't know the name, Madhava band or some drug band. So if you want to invite them for the chanting, they charge you $30,000. Then we can come. This kind of chanting will not help at all. It's not. You chant from your heart in tears, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We really enjoyed this class, but you mentioned that when you talk to people about knowledge, they don't listen. One reason is that the minds are becoming like a jungle, and they're not in the present moment to listen to you or understand it. And chant, I always tell people chant, and I also teach them to chant. Chanting is actually changes the chemistry of your brain even. When we talk or think nonsense, you create a reality that's not really real. Mm-hmm. When you keep chanting and the mind comes in the present moment, then you see everything so clearly. You're like, oh, whoa, what I was thinking was all rubbish. Yeah. Like you said, the mind is running like a monkey everywhere, like a flood. It's like flooded. So recently I started chanting. I had some kind of a problem. I don't know. It was not even mine. I thought I was getting it from around me. I started chanting all day. And then I was sleeping better. And last hours of sleep, I was eating so little. Normally I eat like a big meal just once a day. And I was eating less. And I was like, we should go around and tell everybody. I do sometimes a share on the social media also. If you have a problem and you want to bring the mind in the present moment, you need to chant all the time. You catch yourself thinking and start chanting.
That is what chanting means. It clarifies our mind. It shows the reality to us. It brings us above the bodily conception. At some point, you do not even feel hungry because you realize that I'm not this body. As long as we have this gross consciousness, this is my body, and we feel hungry and we feel all kind of necessities. So this is all mentioned. Nindra, Ahara, Vihara, Kad, Vijitau. That's how Goswamis, they were able to conquer this Nindra, Ahara, Vihara. Kaupina Kanthasritau. They were simply taking like one piece of loincloth in their body. Bhatwa Dina Kade Sakau, Vitarnau. And they were always very, very merciful to the Dina, like suffering souls. Bande Rupa Sanatanau. Bande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugo Sriji Upalakau. That's a beautiful prayer. So thank you so much. It is very, very helpful. But people are, their consciousness is covered with so many layers of ignorance. And when you say that it doesn't go through, they will not believe this.
Last one here.
Okay.
Krishna. Once I was speaking with one devotee, nice preacher devotee, who was saying that why does someone not take to Krishna consciousness? It's the best. It's the best thing you can possibly do. You're going to go back to Godhead. You're going to have a great life, get all the nice association of devotees, blissful life. But it's because they're attached to sense gratification. Bogashvaya prashaktanam te aparita chetasam vivasyatmika buddhi samadhanavite.
Samadho na vidiyate. You cannot focus, meditate. Samadhi.
They can't. That determination to perform devotional service doesn't arise because we think people are under the conviction that if I enjoy my senses to the highest degree, I'll be happy.
Yasyaham anugranami harisye tadhanam sanai. That's what Bhagavatam says. When you come to God, you'll take it away. Everything. People are fearful of this. Especially in India, people know that if you go to Krishna, Krishna will take your everything away. So don't go to Shiva, go to Ganesh, go to Durga. They know about it in India. Here in America, people do not know much about it. So they dedicate only. Okay, Prabhuji. Maharaj. Yasyaham anugranami.
I spent time hearing a devotee who spent time in China and that kind of area, hunting down old temples and stuff like that. And then you go into like a Durga temple and a whole bunch of people there, or something as long like ancient stuff, and Ganesh and so forth. And then he goes, "Well, which temple is this one?" "Oh, that was closed a long time ago." He says, "Yeah, the people know that if you go there, all your material opulence is gone." So he snuck in, or they let him in secretly in, and then opened the curtain up, and there was Krishna. Nobody goes. Closed up.
Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari.